The following question reads, 4 art historians, F, G, H, and J, will give a series of 4 public lectures, each lecture on a different topic: lithographs, oil paintings, sculptures, and watercolors. The lectures will be given one at a time, with each art historian giving a lecture on a different one of the topics. The schedule of the lectures is subject to the following constraints. Alright, so we have our art historians, F, G, H, and J, and we have our topics, L, O, S, and W. They're going to be given one at a time, and there's 4, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're establishing who the art historian is and what the topic is. So we have 2 rows. We have 1 for topic and 1 for art historian. Now let's go to the rules. Rule number 1. The oil paintings lecture and the watercolors lecture must both be earlier than the lithographs lecture. So, O and W before L. That tells us that L can't be first and L can't be second, and we know that O and W can't be last. Rule number 2. Farley's lecture must be earlier than the oil paintings lecture. Okay, so we know F is before O. Alright, so that tells us that F's lecture is not going to be on the topic of oil paintings. So far that means F can lecture on either S, W, or L. So that means the oil painting lecture has at least 1 lecture before it, meaning O can't be first, and F can't be last because it has a lecture after it that has oil paintings. Now, we can combine rules 1 and 2 to have F and then O, and then we know O and W are going to be before L. Now what this tells us is that F has O and L after it, meaning F also can't be third. And it also means since L is after F, F can't lecture on topic L. So F is only going to be lecturing on S or W. Now don't make the mistake of thinking that L has 3 lectures before it, because even though technically L could have 3 lectures before it with F, O, and W, F could just be giving the lecture on W, meaning there's only 2 lectures before L. So we can't deduce from this that L cannot be third. Alright, now let's go to rule number 3. Holden's lecture must be earlier than both Garcia's lecture and Zhang's lecture. So that tells us H before Garcia and Zhang. So G and J cannot be first, and H cannot be third or fourth because it has G and J after it. So we know since L and O can't be first, it's going to be either S or W. Likewise, G and J can't be first, so it's going to be either F or H. Same goes for 3 and 4. We have either JG or JG. And then fourth is going to be either L or S. Alright, so that's our setup, our rules, and our deductions. Let's go ahead and hit the questions.